Well, it's a good way to start a game, actually. So we are underway here, but we'll do the best job we can.
That was a great shot by Zim. He went upper right-hand corner as he was falling down.
So that's great. Cameron Patrick is the goaltender for the Metros, and of course Zach Pedersen again in net for the Jets, and they were 1-2 in the league as far as numbers were concerned.
Yeah, everything. Goal against, save percentage, everything.
The only thing that they weren't 1-2 in is games played, because Cameron Patrick played all 32 of the Metros games, leading them to a top seed. So once again, we appreciate you joining us here for Kansas City Jets hockey, and hope.
Perfect move by Figgy, if it was planned.
He should win an Oscar if he did that on. Anyway, all right. So we got a whistle and a face-off coming.
I see Bowers back on Harder with a nice shot.
Yep, and it comes back out. It's sent across by Egdorf, and the shot was blocked by Maddox.
Oh, we got to get out. Got to get out of the zone, Maddox.
Fanned as he tried to get it away, but now it's knocked down by Harder again. Plays it right in front, and Pedersen.
Nice play by Pedersen.
He just intercepted the pass.
Yep, good play.
For those of you watching at home, we again apologize for our internet issues that we're having, and we did talk to the RecPlex about seeing if they can't get their Ethernet feed fixed, but I'm not imagining that's going to happen. I downshifted this again, so we're only streaming in 480, and sorry about that, but that's the best we can do with the internet signal we have here.
They said they'll get with their IT folks, but I don't know if it's a 24/7 operation.
I was just going to say, we'll be lucky if we even get it tomorrow.
My guess it's not.
Yeah.
Go buy another hotspot tomorrow, Joe. Better one, I guess.
Well, it's the problem with it. And we'll get to that here when we have a second. As coming in on goal is Fitch, and a shot and a save by Pedersen.
We got to do better clearing the puck out of the zone.
Yep. Patrick kept it in there. And now trying to work ahead into the corner. Comes around to the far side. Knocked down there by Deaver. And they'll send it to Dorley on the right wing side. In the middle, nice pass to Goodwin. Aiden in on goal. Fakes a shot. Goes behind the net. Tried to center one. Nobody was really there anyway. And the play was broken up. Now they'll play it off the sideboards and out. And puck goes back into the Sioux City end, and Harder will send it across. He, of course, as we know, plays a lot of ice time in these games for Sioux City. Bloom ahead. His pass off the mark for Hacker. It's dumped in. That was on goal and offside, so that's why they blew it dead. And they actually should take this all the way back.
I think they are.
And they're going to send it all the way back into the Sioux City end. So Jets on top 1-0 on an extremely early goal by Cam Zimlich. It was within the first minute of the game. I don't know exactly how close in it was. Whitrock on the draw, and Hacker couldn't pull the trigger. Goes into the end boards. Fitch over there along with Hacker. He'll play it up the near side boards. Bloom activates. Played it ahead. Hacker knocks it into the corner. Well, they're playing it along the near side boards, trying to work it free. Dirk Schneider over there as well. Puck squirts loose, comes back out, and it's poked by Kaufman, unfortunately back. Then Caldwell missed it in on goal. Bauer is shot and a big save by Pedersen. As Blaze Bauer had a pretty good look there getting around Caldwell.
Absolutely.
That's going to be an icing call, as Hacker was shy of the red line when he dumped that in. And we're going to whistle a face-off.
We can't do that, that's for sure. Not against this team. Great. Pedersen was up to the challenge, and we're still up 1.
So 11:26 to go here in the first period.
I don't see a lot of goals being scored in this game, Joe.
Well, I mean, again,
3 or 4 combined, maybe.
Between the two of them, you would expect this to be a 1-to-1 game based on averages.
Yeah, exactly.
Neither one of them is anywhere near the 2-goal mark.
Right, exactly.
In terms of goals against. Based on save percentage, both teams would need at least about 40 shots to get 2 goals. Lobaugh trying to check a man. Ibis came away with it for a moment, but it was taken away from him. Lost in front for a second. But the Metros clear it out to center. Albertson will dump it back in. Jets tag up.
Harder's going to go coast to coast, guys.
Well, he does that, and we've seen it happen, as Pedersen's just going to cover this up. And we get a whistle and a face-off.
Yeah, so that's where It wasn't really a shot, but it was a shot, and they didn't give a shot. That's why there's been a lot of low-scoring shots this game. I think the Point Street guy, Russ, guy who I know, he's a little tough. He's a little tough over there.
Well, that's clearly a shot. If you know, in other words, if the goalie doesn't stop it and it would have gone in the net, that's a shot.
Right.
And that one
didn't give him one. They got 5-2. That's what it was going into that
I know.
shot. So.
But there's nothing in the rules that says, but if it was just a dump in, then it doesn't count or something like that.
Right. Yeah. We got a penalty. We got a power play coming.
As looks like probably a tripping call, I'm imagining. We'll see. Waiting to see who's going to go off. Looks
Graham's
like
not looking
Graham.
at it. All right, Joe. So this is key because right now our power
Roughing
play
is the call.
Our power play has been absolutely horrendous.
Yeah.
Since the last couple weekends.
Today would be a good day to fix that.
Today would be a good day to fix it. I would like to see us shut up and get a shot. We had 3 power plays yesterday, and we had 2 shots.
We have 3? Yeah, we did because we had 1 in overtime.
Right.
It was an abbreviated one.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, we're really not. We can't get it set up. That's our problem.
We never even mentioned as it comes back to Albertson. A shot and he scores! Hayden Albertson, a screenshot. I don't think
I don't think Makowitz hit it, but we'll see.
Well, no, but I don't think Patrick ever saw it. We'll take a look here.
3 from 34.
Yeah. So Loba gets the draw, and eventually, actually, it was knocked back by Maddox. Maddox will get an assist, too. And then you can see here, Makowitz does a great job of getting in the eyes of Patrick, because look at him. I mean, he kind of moves, but it was late.
Let's see.
And he just found a nice hole.
3-12-34 or
16
or 16-3-12.
I don't think he touched it, but I mean, we can take in a closer look later on.
Well, let's see what they call it.
Yeah. So how about that for our power play? Yeah, he gave it to Albertson. Maddox and Loba. They didn't give Loba the assist.
I'll send it to him.
Well, I think they may have ruled that one of the Sioux City players
touched it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll leave it.
Off the draw before Maddox sent it back.
Right. We'll leave it.
Makowitz couldn't keep that one in. Early 2-0 lead for the Jets. The winner takes on the Oak Leafs for the championship. Des Moines beating Waterloo in the other semifinal games. I think that was a 5-2 final.
No, 6-3.
6-3 was that it? Okay. It was 5-2 late, and then they pulled the goalie, and there was an empty net goal, and then they scored one. Icing the call here.
Well, Joe, we've gotten past Patrick's goals save percentage.
Yeah.
I mean, goals.
That's what I was going to say. If Zach can stick with his average, things are looking good.
Then we're okay.
So 2-0 our score. Zimlich and Albertson. Albertson on the power play. Off the face-off. Dorley trying to poke it ahead. Goodwin over there. And they'll backhand it off a glove and out to center ice. Here's Albertson again dumping it in. Jets tag up and go after for it. Patrick out of the net. He will just sweep it into the far side boards. And they get it out to center ice. Albertson again will just dump it in. Harder in the corner. Well, he missed most of a check from Dorley. The puck comes loose, though, and it's picked up by the Metros, and they will get it out to center ice. Back the other way. Dolman.
He'll be off.
Yeah, he had to wait for his teammates to come on side, and so he'll just dump it in. There is a delayed offsides going on here, so Jets have a free escape, and Briscoe with the puck. Right wing pass to Dorley, who'll dump it in and head to the bench for a change as the Whitrock line comes out. Bauer will poke it out to center ice. Knocked down in the middle, and the Metros will gain the zone. Harder trying to work in. Nice little sweep check that time by Briscoe as Harder tried to move in. Played it ahead, but Hacker wasn't really looking for the pass. Now Kaufman after for it. Tried to chip it ahead. That was knocked down, but it's carried on by Hacker. Comes back out, and Bloom a shot. That went well wide off the stick of the goaltender. Comes loose in front. But the Jets can't pull the trigger. And back the other way, here come the Metros. Trying to work in is Ector. Ector on his backhand, plays it in the middle. That was knocked down by Bloom. Otherwise, that might have been a 2-on-1 type pass. Then it comes left in front. And a great save with the stick in the pad there by Pettersson on a point-blank shot right in the top of the crease. Metro's still dangerous here. The Jets get it loose, but it comes to the line. And a shot went off a stick and wide off the stick of Dirk Schneider, and then somebody else in front. Dirk Schneider gets it again at the right point. He tried to play it ahead. It was blocked by Kaufman, but it comes back to him.
Nice way to block these pucks, boys.
Couple of blocks and a couple saves, and a cover by Pedersen, and we'll get a whistle. And then Hector, who was taken down into the back of the net, gets up a little upset and gives, I think that's Bloom, a shove. And they will separate. Shots 5 apiece. The Jets on top, 2-0.
And Mike's like, they started the game early on me. Well, you don't follow me on Twitter, Mike, because if you did, you would have known.
Well, since he obviously hadn't been joining us up until now, if you're watching at home, Mike, and you're wondering how come it's a little less clear than it usually is, we're having internet issues here at the RecPlex, and so we're streaming at 480p instead of our normal 1080p.
Talk to Hacker about something.
Yeah, well, like I said, it was, there was some pushing and shoving, and now all 4 referees are.
So next year I talked to Andy Wade, and they're not going to do what they're doing. When they say the game time's 3:30, that's going to be puck drop. So that's the earliest the game, the earliest the game will start, and that we'd have to plan to do our warm up ahead and scraping. So take the ice 3:05. And I said, okay, as long as we're consistent.
It's always weird when
because the example is right there. Mike Curry not knowing that the game started 15 minutes early.
Well, and the thing about that is that it's them ignoring their own, rules or standards. I mean, in other words, they put out a procedures.
What's this all?
I think we're probably having another equipment thing because one of our players came off.
We've already done the ear things.
Well, I hope everybody's got ears unless somebody else didn't have one.
They got ears. I don't know.
But maybe it's something else. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I get it, Mike. I'm right behind you.
So Zimlich came out. He's out there with his regular line. They do keep it in, though. And a shot right on. Save by Pedersen. Dropped it off the stick. I was wondering that myself.
I don't think anybody went on.
Well, somebody did go off, and Zimlich came on. But Zimlich needed to come on anyway because it's his line. So maybe there wasn't anything going on. Maybe they were just, trying to get the game under control or something like that.
There's a penalty. That's going to be on Maddox.
Behind the net, there's a delayed call. Harder's got the puck. He shoots it right on, and a save by Pedersen.
We got to kill the penalty here.
And we'll have to do it without Maddox, who doesn't really like the call, but heads toward the box. First penalty of the game for the Jets.
And Maddox
almost
don't take
10 minutes
many.
in.
He don't take many.
No. But he does take every once in a while.
All right.
7:29 to go in the first period. Jets on top 2-0.
A lot of games to go.
Oh, yeah. Goals by Zimlich and Albertson on the power play for Albertson. This is the Metro's first opportunity. We'll see what the Jets penalty killers can do as it comes loose, and Kaufman sends it the length of the ice. Patrick will leave it back of the net. They'll set things up, and Harder up ahead on right wing goes off a stick and down into the zone. No icing, but it comes to Makowitz, and he fanned as he tried to play it ahead, and the Metros will try and set things up as Hedquist will send it down low. Gets it back from the line. He missed it as he went, or fanned on it as he went to shoot. That almost turned into a shorthanded opportunity for Kaufman, but he couldn't get to it. Solma with the puck. And then Solma gains the line on the pass ahead, comes across for Fitch, plays it across, and that pass a little too far. And the Jets do clear it off the stick of Harder and out to center ice. Harder will try and go up the middle. Kaufman got in his way. Metros keep it, but then Dorley kicked it ahead. Fitch knocked it down, and Harder again. Harder straight away near the line, plays it across on the right side. Now goes down low for Fitch. Albertson comes over, tried to backhand it ahead, couldn't get it past Harder though. He takes a hit from Dorley, and it comes away for Albertson, and his dump goes off of Sabanos and down the ice. 37 seconds left to go in the power play as Ibis and Zimlich come out along with Caldwell and Briscoe. Hedquist will play it over on right wing.
Oh, we got a breakaway.
Well, here comes Zimlich with a step. He's in on goal. It makes this move and then shots and he scores. Cam Zimlich with his second of the game. This one a shorthander. And the Jets now have one of each, and they lead it 3-0.
Zim from that's got to be Zim from 8.
Well, there it is as he picks up the loose puck.
Yeah, just pass it to him?
Well, he didn't pass it, but he did touch it.
Yeah.
What a great little move. And then the old wicked wrister.
Boy, I like the way he got himself patient, made the move, and drilled it.
Really did. Because he could have panicked and just tried to fire that shot before the defenseman got there.
Yeah.
But he recognized the play, saw that his momentum was going to take him by him. So 10 seconds left to go in the power play. And there's an icing call against the Metros. So Zimlich with his second.
No, well, should have been.
They gave it unassisted. And I don't know. We'll look. But
I thought he chipped it up the wall.
He did.
Well, then it's an assist.
I think so. I just need to make sure that nobody else.
Yeah, double check it.
Yeah, got possession of it. There's a shot, and that was blocked to the defense. Metros get it out to center ice. Trying to work ahead. Hector, an on-goal shot. That missed everything. Off the glass, behind the net. Maddox out of the box, plays it out to center ice. Metros look to set things up again. They trail it 3-0 early on in this game. There's 5 minutes left to go in the first period.
Don't go that way.
Well, he resets things, and Albertson plays it off Dorley and down the ice. Back forward is Caden Patrick. He gets taken to the boards by Deaver. Goodwin comes over to help out, but the puck squirts loose. And the Metros send it back to the Jets line. Maddox ahead.
We were offside.
Yeah, they say that. Well, the question was whether he touched it and where exactly his skates were when it happened.
Deaver's skates were on the side, our offensive side of the park.
The linesman was standing right there, and he would tend to agree with you, apparently. So
yeah, look at that one, and I'm almost positive he got the chip on that, but I could be wrong.
So here it is. So it comes over this way, and that was definitely Ibis who tipped it ahead. And then a great play by Zimlich to get the goal. So back to live action, 5 aside. Hacker, long shot, glove down, right in front by Patrick. Comes loose. And the Jets try and work it free. Hacker over there, but it instead goes to the near side. And it's played out to center ice. Makowitz takes a hit middle of the ice, but Maddox over there knocks it away. Then Kaufman taking a hard hit by Bauer. He was able to get it into the zone. They can't keep it in, but then Whitrock will dump it in cross corner and head to the bench for a change. Metro
pass was unbelievable.
Yeah. So back the other way.
We were making a defensive change, so.
And it comes in.
Oh, there's a penalty.
Well, no, the penalty's on us.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I thought it was on Soma for slashing the goalie.
Nah, the puck was still loose. Soma did, have a whack at it. And
it's on Makowitz. All right, I got to kill another penalty. Come on.
It was as he made his move on goal. It was a bit of a weak call, I thought, but I definitely knew it was not on Soma for the.
Well, why should he got one too?
Well, because the puck was still loose. He was trying to shoot it. And in that case, it was not even a situation where Pettersson had it covered and he, tried to whack at it. The puck was literally still loose. It was still up there.
True.
So, on the other hand, Jets 1-for-1 killing penalties with a shorthanded goal, so not so bad. Still don't want to give them too many. Yeah, giving them too many opportunities would not be good.
We got a power play, and
we got one of each. We've got
on the
power play, shorty, and a even strength goal.
Yeah, now we just need to kill, and we'll have all 3 of them. How's that, Joe?
I'll take it. That would be 4.
No,
because we have an even strength goal.
We got an even strength goal.
Yeah, and a power play goal and a shot.
No, yeah, but I meant to say during the power. Yeah, you're right. We kill it, we get them all.
Yeah,
it's a 4 of a kind.
Shots are 10-4 for the Metros. 2.5 minutes
which is kind of hard to believe because I thought we had 4 for a while and Zim got a shot, but oh well. Yeah. I don't care.
Hey, we have 4 shots and 3 goals according to them.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it's not help Patrick out at all, is it?
I was gonna say Dirk Schneider sends it across, and a shot goes well wide. The rebound comes all the way back into the Metros end. Minute 25 to go in the power. 26 seconds left to go in the power play. Minute 18 in the period. Puck comes loose, and Briscoe will send it the length of the ice. Deaver and Goodwin are the or penalty killers, I should say.
They could get one more quick rush here.
10 seconds left to go. Trying to work up. Soma had it knocked away. In the middle, Hedquist. He'll gain the zone. Was able to get it past Caldwell, a shot, and that was steered aside by Pedersen. And it comes all the way out to center ice. Goodwin with a step in on right wing. He'll try and work in. Centers one in front, Deaver, but it hit him in the skate and it didn't get to his stick. Then Deaver with it again, trying to set it across.
Screaming, but they all seen him coming. That's a nice
long pass. It goes wide of the net, and an icing call against the Metros. 35.7 seconds left to go.
God, give me the puck! She screamed it so much, the Sioux City guy cut in the front and took it away.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Give away your precision.
Dorley's talking to him. Come on, Goody. Goody's had a couple times to come in and take that shot, and he's elected to keep going with it. Take the shot. See what happens.
As Harder was not able to quite hold that in. So we'll have a neutralized face-off with 7.1 seconds left to go. Zimlich out to take the draw. He wins it, but it goes into the zone. Then they play it out. 3 seconds left. And that's going to do it. The buzzer sounds, and the teams will go to the locker room with the Jets on top 3-0. Well, you'd have gotten a lot of action on that if you would have asked anybody before the game started.
Yeah.
Will the Jets have a 3-0 lead at the end of the first period?
I would say nobody would say that.
Could have gotten some pretty good odds. All right, so Kansas City leads it 3-0 after 17 minutes of hockey. We'll take a break, come back for the intermission after this on Kansas City Jets hockey.
Jeremy Franklin here from Jeremy Franklin Automotive. This week, everyone's talking about my sale. Why? Down payments are just $2. Trade-ins, I'll pay up to $4,950 over appraised value, even if you owe too much. Why am I doing this? Because it's summer, I'm excited about life, and you should be too. Now let's all say it together. It's my most outrageous sale ever, but only for a limited time. Call today, come in today, whatever you do, don't delay, because today's the day. Is your credit PU? You'll scream woohoo when we approve you. My one and only for the people credit approval process is the real deal. Woo-hoo. So get a nicer, newer car for just $2 down. And bring in your old clunker and get up to $4,950 more than what it's worth. Woo-hoo. This month only for the first 71 customers. I'm Jeremy Franklin. Come see us at Jeremy Franklin Automotive, South Kansas City. Call 816-523-6900 or jeremyfranklin.com. jeremyfranklin.com will you always be another satisfied customer.
Call 816-595-9000 for terms and conditions.
How you doing? Richie the Iceman Zamboni here for Kansas City Ice Center. You know, my mother always told me, Iceman, there are 3 things every kid should know. How to ride a bike, can't help you with your culinary difficulties with your children, but Kansas City Ice Center can sure get you going with those ice skating lessons. Send your kids to Kansas City Ice Center and they'll be skating like they grew up in Alaska in no time. Kansas City Ice Center on Johnson Drive between 435 and K7 is setting up group lessons now for kids of all ages. And when kids are skating, they ain't getting into no trouble. They're having a good time and they're making new friends. Kansas City Ice Center on Johnson Drive between 435 and K7 and online at kcicecenter.com. Put your kids on ice at Kansas City Ice Center. It's cool.
Buying or selling a home is one of the most important investments of your life. When it comes to choosing an agent, look for top performance and customer satisfaction. Combined with state-of-the-art resources and support provided by Reese Nichols, the Kohler-Bortnick team provides a one-stop shopping approach to real estate, customized and put to work for you. The Kohler-Bortnick team is absolutely committed to your satisfaction through superior marketing and constant communication. The Kohler-Bortnick team, honesty, exposure, results. It's what they stand for and what they deliver. Hey, if it's good enough for Jets assistant coach Radoslavilo to be part of the Kohler-Bortnick team, it's good enough for you. This Jets webcast is brought to you in part by Picklemeyer Meats, the Bortnick Law Firm, Edward Jones Investments, Gladstone.
We were doing what we could to get on the air at the time. If you actually were watching the stream, I may be wrong, but I think you could actually see it on the stream, although it would have been really choppy because I was trying to stream at 1080 at that time. but it would go on for just a brief bit and then shut off. So I do have something plugged into their. They said, the RecPlex people, by the way, just so that you know, said that they were going to call their IT people and work on it. And so I actually have something plugged in to their Ethernet where I normally plug into, and I'm trying to keep an eye on it. It'll blink a little green light at me if it's actually working. And so if that happens, we'll obviously switch over to it as soon as we can, if it does. But I'm guessing, this being the weekend, it'll be lucky if it even is back tomorrow. So unfortunately, we are kind of stuck with what we have. I haven't checked to see if I'm getting any better of a signal myself, but probably not. Anyway, I will show you the highlights of what we do have. So this was the goal that we first scored. It was on the power play. It happened very quickly on the power play. As you can see, this is the opening faceoff for the power play in Lobaw, and it came back. And actually, let's take another look, because I want to see. They didn't give Landon an assist on this, so let's see if maybe he deserved one or not. So we'll bring it in as close as we can. Just go around. I think that's harder. No, it's not. It's somebody else. But boy, what a nice little shot. So he makes the little play. It's hard to tell, but I don't know. It kind of looks like 66, but he doesn't have the C, so I'm pretty sure it's not harder. Might be Dolman anyway. So there's a nice little wrist shot, and buried it in the shorthanded situation, and that's how we got to 3-0, and that's where we are here in this first period intermission. So we'll take a quick break, come back with the second period coming up after this. Let's see. Trying to think of a good story to give you. We'll do Jack Stuckey and be back after this on Kansas City Jets Hockey here on the Jets Hockey Network.
Hi, I'm David R. Lewis. Welcome to Theater of the Mind. We're going back to the late 1950s for this heartland of memory. It's called Jack Stuckey. I'd known about Jack Stuckey all my life, but I'd never seen him. Jack was a hermit, and that fascinated us kids. He lived in the woods, 40 acres thick with trees, vines, and creepers on an oiled road a few miles outside my hometown. He owned 640 acres, a square mile, the vast majority of which was in fallow, overgrown farmland, but Jack didn't farm. Nobody was really sure what Jack did, except just stay out there in his shack, sunk back in the deep shadows of that overgrown 40-acre piece, so dense and dark you couldn't even see his tiny house in the winter. As curious as we were, we kept out. We'd heard the screams. I was about 9 the first time I heard them, camping on the riverbank for a little night catfishing with a buddy about half a mile from Jack's place. We were fireside a couple of hours after dark when a desolate shriek came wafting on the wind, a long drawn-out howl that made the hair on my arm stand up. It was no bobcat, and it scared the hell out of us. We huddled, big-eyed by the fire, throwing on more wood and turning up the lantern. The aftermath of the scream thickened the darkness, making it close in around us. The blackness towered overhead, pressing on us with its massive weight, pushing us lower into the earth. We were bone cold from that scream, frightened to the core. Several times through the long night, it came again, a soulless wail shattering the stillness, devastating in its despair. I never greeted a more welcome dawn. Later that morning, I asked my grandfather about the screams. According to him, Jack had a sister. She was a real educated woman, boy. Taught school out in one of them big colleges in New York or someplace like that. Back afore the war, she lost her mind. And old Jack went out there and brung her home. She lives in that shack with him. I ain't never seen her. He keeps her inside. Used to be she ate a bit, but not so much anymore, 'cept after dark. A year or two later, I was riding my bike past Jack's place when it threw the chain and I crashed into the ditch. I was sitting in the dirt contemplating my crippled bicycle when a voice cut into my thoughts. It won't roll like that. I jumped to my feet and whirled around. There, standing behind me on the other side of the fence, was Jack Stuckey. He was tall and stick-thin in filthy bib overalls and a tattered shirt, leaning on a shovel. Bloodshot eyes regarded me from under the brim of an old slouch hat. Whose kin be ye? Frank White's my grandpa, I stammered. I ain't seen old Hanky for a spell. Tell him he can hunt that south field this yar if and he wants to. Lots of birds. He set some pliers on a fence post. You're gonna need these yar if and you're gonna get that thing to roll. Put 'em back on the post when you're done. I gotta get back to my digging. I related the incident to my grandfather, who was surprised Jack was going to let us hunt his land. Why, he ain't let nobody hunt that place since his sister come on home. Come pheasant season, boy, we're gonna have a time. That land ain't been hunted in 20 years. We can leave the guns at home and take the minnow net. It was nearly the truth. That field was so birdy that fall that our dog just didn't know what to do. Within 30 minutes, we each had our limit of surprised pheasants who'd suddenly lost a lifetime of security. We were in an overgrown pasture behind Jack's shack, walking back to the road when the dog ambled over to the fence and wouldn't come when we called him. We went over to where he stood, tail wagging his head through the woven wire. There, on the other side of the fence, was a low mound of dirt with a crude wooden cross at one end. Cut into the crossbar was one word. Sister. The screams had finally stopped. I don't know whatever became of Jack Stuckey. He was still living out in those woods when I left the community. But I wonder sometimes, after all those years he cared for that poor, troubled soul who was once his sister, if the screams ever stopped for him. At least, that's how it seems to me. I'm David R. Lewis. Thanks for spending some time at Theater of the Mind.
Welcome back out to the MidAmerican RecPlex here in West Des Moines. Joel Becker, Gary Skibota, Kansas City Jets hockey. Jets and Sioux City Metros 3-0 Kansas City after one period of play. Despite being outshot 11-4, officially anyway, in that first period of play, they will start this period shorthanded, will the Jets, although they do have a shorthanded goal already today. Heading over to the box for his second hooking call of the game, both in the first period, obviously. Minute 40 left to go. Zimlich and Ibis out there along with Maddox and Albertson. And Maddox off the draw will play it off the glass and out to center, although he didn't get it deep. Soma in the middle, but that was broken up by Albertson. Now trying to work in his Fitch. He had it poked away, comes right in front. That was gloved down. This is a delayed offsides call, and trying to work ahead with it was Ibis, but it was a bouncing puck on the fresh ice, and he'll just dump it the length of the ice. So minute 15 left to go in the power play. There is Soma again trying to work in. Soma in on goal, and a shot, and a save by Pedersen. The rebound ends up.
He almost went across and snuck it in just like they did up there.
Actually, Pedersen almost kicked the puck in his own net as it turned out, but managed to keep it out for the Metro's 12th shot of the game. Here's Harder with it. He'll work in on right wing. Maddox is back. Harder gets around him and on goal. Backhand shot. Another save by Pedersen as he left a lot of the net open, but he managed to get his body in front of the puck. Comes across. Sharp angle shot. Harder. Save man advantage for the Metros. Maddox will come off, and Briscoe comes on. Dorley now out there with Kaufman. And Albertson, the other penalty killer for the Jets. Off the face-off, it comes to Albertson. He will just ring it around and down the ice. 25 seconds to go in the power play. Just underway, second period. Jets on top 3-0. You know, it's early on in this game, obviously, but you hope that the Jets will react to the score. Here's Harder trying to go coast to coast. In on goal, a shot, and he scores.
That one got in. That's what we didn't want, Joe.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've talked about it before, and that's something that Harder does, these coast-to-coast runs. And
that one got under his armpit.
Yep. That was the only thing about it, was the finish you would have hoped. I mean, he was in pretty good position, but, I mean, the fact that he was able to just go through our entire team. But, I mean, as you can see, Pedersen's in pretty good position here.
Right.
But it just kind of bounces off his body.
Yeah, he's in great position.
Yeah, but it went right past him.
We defensively, we weren't good on that one either.
Yep.
And you know he's going to do it.
Right. Well, and the other thing about that is you can't keep giving them power plays over and over again and expect them not to capitalize eventually. So 3-1. Now the score. We'll see if the Jets can get things going again.
That was my prediction how the score would end, but I'm not quite sure it's going to end that way. But
that would be interesting.
I'll be happy.
I was just going to say it'd be interesting if we go the rest of the game without a goal.
I mean, with these two goalies, we could very easily.
Yeah, absolutely. So Lobaugh trying to get it down low. Goes into the far corner. Fitch plays it up in the middle. And Maddox broke that up. Jets had a delayed offsides, but the Metros will give it to Makowitz in his own zone. Plays it around for Zimlich. Along the far boards, he was being guarded, so he just sort of froze the puck there. Officials tell him to play it, and now they will actually blow it dead, which is something you see very seldomly in hockey anymore.
Right.
You remember they used to do that all the time? That was just like the thing to do.
Yeah.
They would freeze the puck along the boards. There was always like 4 guys ramming into people. That's why they stopped doing it, is they wanted to sort of stop all the working over that used to happening on the boards. Off the face-off, Goodwin got it to the boards, but Dolman over there, he takes a hit from Albertson, who kicks it up the boards. Still loose there. Metros come away with it.
Goodwin,
and it comes to Bauer, and it comes in front. And that was broken up. Dorley does get it out to center ice. Dirk Schneider across for Harder. He will gain the red line and dump it in. Bauer after for it. He and Briscoe come together. Then Bauer missed a check from Deaver. It comes back out to Harder. A shot that hit traffic in front. Saved by Pedersen. The puck was loose for a minute, and he did cover up on it, although I thought he had it covered before they blew the whistle.
Yeah, look, they still got 4 shots for us.
Yeah.
Well, for us. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they've got 15 now and 4 for us.
Yeah.
I'm not sure we do have any this period.
No, we don't.
Jets will send the Whitrock line out. On the face-off, they fight for it. Near the dot, it comes loose to Bauer. And it's played off the sideboards, and here's Hacker with it. He'll work out to center, but he had it poked away. Bauer in. This play is onside. Harder. Nice little sweep check that time to knock it away by Briscoe. And it was swept away from Egdorf. Puck along the far boards, and Hacker comes away with it. He'll defer to Whitrock, try to get it ahead for Kaufman. But that fast pass failed to click, and it comes back to Briscoe, back of the net. And Hacker had it taken away. Now Albertson again. Well, you knew you were going to see a push by this Metro team.
Oh, absolutely.
Because this is going to be icing call against the Blues. Against the Jets.
Against the Blues.
And we'll get a whistle and face-off. 13:20 left to go here in the second period.
Oh, this game's going to go right to the end, Joe. You know that.
So, by the way, that little switch that's right in front of you there, that's got the cable plugged into it.
Yeah.
When it has a little blinking green light, that's when you know that's back on. But
solid green light, not out.
Yeah, it's not that light that's going to be blinking. It's the one over where the cable is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, and it's not on at all, which tells you line's dead.
Oh, he's got him.
In front. Loba couldn't get it on. If it had come to his forehand, that was probably a goal. Here's Ibis, though, a shot. That went off as sticking out of play. And, Zimlich was in that area as well.
Yeah.
But Loba had the better chance at it.
Right.
13:04 to go.
All right, Rads.
Zimlich directs traffic a little bit before he approaches. He wins the draw right to Loba. He circles around. Tries to play it in the middle, comes back out, and the shot by Bloom. That was blocked to the defense. Bloom, though, with the rebound, plays it down low. A little too far ahead of Ibis, and he centers one, but Loba couldn't get a stick on it. Zimlich does a good job of holding it in for a moment, but then the Metros clear it. And Caldwell takes a hit. Puck comes loose, and Zimlich picks it up. He'll work up the middle, lost an edge. This play is offsides, unfortunately, as Cam blew a tire.
Yeah.
And slid right in. They could have called a penalty, but they would have had to call it on the blue line.
Yeah, right.
So it'll be a neutralized face-off with 12:38 left to go in the second period. Jets leading 3-1. Pair of goals by Cam Zimlich along with Hayden Albertson on the power play. Did verify, by the way, that the one, this is going to be another ice again on the Metros this time, that Albertson shot on the power play was indeed deflected. I can't be absolutely positive about it, but it wasn't Makowitz who deflected it. It looked like it went off the boot of Harder.
Oh, okay.
And it may not have, but it doesn't matter if it did or not as far as scoring is concerned.
Right.
But I think it changed direction just slightly. That may actually explain how it got by Patrick, because it looked originally like it was going to go wide.
Right.
And it went off his boot and ended up just sneaking in. Makowitz was over there, but he wasn't anywhere near it as it turned out. Puck in the neutral zone. This is a delayed offsides. Briscoe. There is a penalty coming up, though, and it's on the Metro. So Jets are going to get their second power play. They're 1 for 1, and they touch up. So it's an interference call.
All right, come on, power play. Let's go. Get that 3-goal advantage again.
And it's Solma that's heading off. Well, last time it took us about 8 seconds on the power play.
Right.
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
Let's keep that average going.
Yeah, absolutely. They're 1 for 1 for the power play, and we're 1. They're 1 for 2.
They're 1 for
3.
3.
1 for 3.
Yeah.
Right.
But we also have a shorty.
We have a shorty. That's it. Yeah.
So we're even when they have the man advantage.
Right. Ooh, I didn't like that face-off going that way.
Comes back out, though, and Loba has it along the far boards. He'll walk toward the middle. He looked to defer to Zimlich, but then decided against it. Now he will. Straight away Zimlich with it. Back to Loba. Loba left point. Across for Zimlich on the right side. Top of the circle. Then Loba the one-timer, but he missed it. Fanned entirely. Otherwise, he had a really good look there on the nice pass across. The pass was perfect.
Yeah.
He just missed it. And the Metros will send it the length of the ice. Zimlich back for it.
This is where we've had a hard time setting it up the last couple of days. It's coming right here. All right, get it deep. Attaboy, get it deep. LB, get it deep.
Well, he gained the zone, but he got knocked down.
Deep. As he come into the zone, there's no reason to keep skating it.
So
this is what we're doing wrong. We're okay in the face-off part of it, but we got to get it deep.
So this time Albertson will set it across to Maddox, and he dumps it in.
Yeah, and Lobaw's right there.
So Loba takes it along the half boards, got it back to Zimlich. He'll walk in, across, one-timer. Albertson, a shot, he scores! Hayden Albertson redeeming himself in the eyes of my partner.
Yeah, 3-13-34.
And his second power play goal. We'll take a look.
13-34.
As Maddox had dumped it in, like you said, and Loba did a great job of keeping possession here a couple of times. Eventually, he'll send it back for Zimlich right there. And then, again, look at this great pass by Zimlich, who just sends it across right on the tape for the one-timer. And this time, Albertson, unlike Loba, made no mistakes. Got it in past Patrick. I got to wonder, we'd have to look it up, as far as the regular season is concerned, but I got to wonder whether or not Patrick has given up 4 goals in any game this year.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Well, yeah, he did against Waterloo in the loss. 4-2. The end of the season.
Here is Deaver. Then it comes to Goodwin, a shot. Well, he pulled the trigger like you were saying there, but unfortunately missed the net. Maybe that's why he's not shooting.
Yeah, they got it.
So, second power play goal. The Jets 2 for 2. Dorley will dump it in. Jets tag up. And a good job by Dorley to knock it down. Then Goodwin keeps it in, goes in on goal, and Patrick will cover it up.
That shot was so hard. It came out before I seen it go in. It seemed like,
So, 4 goals on 6 shots now.
Right, yeah.
By the way, they counted that as a shot. How's that any different than,
the one earlier?
The dump in?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway. Face-off will be to Cameron Patrick's left. Whitrock out there to take the draw. Whitrock with Hacker and Kaufman. Haven't seen Brody Lee today.
Not yet. He hasn't had a shift yet.
He's on the bench, but we just haven't seen him.
So is Krugel. They're both on the bench.
Yeah. We never did see Thompson yesterday at all.
He wasn't suited up yesterday.
And what about Iggy? Did he?
He wasn't even.
Didn't even make the trip.
Yeah, we didn't ask him.
Okay.
We thought we were going with 7D, and then Kirby notified he was broken,
right?
Pelvic, whatever. So Emmer just decided to keep with the 6D.
So Jets dump it in. Kaufman after for it back in the net.
Kind of with the varsity lineup he did pretty much the last month of the season.
Yeah.
Forwards and D.
Well, I mean, it's what you're supposed to do when you get in the playoffs. The bench gets a little shorter.
Yeah.
Metro's able to get it out to center ice. Dumping it in is Caden Patrick.
We just got to play smart hockey right now, Joe.
Well, 3-goal lead.
Right.
And, you certainly don't want to give anything up.
No I-man rushes.
That goes into the Jets bench, so we'll get a face-off. It's going to come all the way back into the Jets end to the left of Zach Pedersen. 8 minutes exactly showing on the clock.
Yeah.
And so we're past the halfway point of this game. 4-1. Frigge out there to take the draw for the Metros, and Zimlich's line stays out for Kansas City, and Zimlich won that draw. He's been pretty good on the dot today so far. Albertson up ahead. Ibis trying to work forward. I should say Lobaugh, and then Albertson played it up over the glass and out of play.
I thought Lobaugh might have been tripped there, too.
Well, he definitely went down.
Yeah.
Whether or not he had help or not is another story, but...
Right.
We will get a face-off with 7:48 showing on the clock. Zimlich from the corner plays it off the sideboards, and they did keep it in. The funny thing was the linesman who had come off the line a little bit called that out, and you could tell by his body language that the actual defenseman over there thought that it wasn't. Because you see him back up. Nice steal there. Zimlich trying to work a on-goal, little toe drag move, but he couldn't ever get the shot off.
Too many guys there on him.
Comes back out, though, Briscoe to Zimlich, left it for Lobaugh. Lobaugh had it poked away. Briscoe trying to activate, got it to Lobaugh, but then they play it out to center ice. Albertson will dump it in, the Jets change. 7:10 left to go in the second period. Stretch pass. That should have been icing. It's funny because no, they're not calling it. But what was ridiculous about it was that linesman over there kept wildly making, that's an offsides, wildly making the he touched it sign, the little, and he did touch it, but he was behind the red line, so it didn't make any difference.
Right, yeah.
I just thought it was funny. Anyway, it goes off the sideboards, and Goodwin trying to kick it ahead. He and Bauer over there fighting for it. Deaver might have gotten away with one there.
Might have gotten away up. I agree with you. Might have gotten away with one.
Harder plays it off the sideboards and out. Albertson, and then dumped in by Dorley. 6.5 minutes to go, second period. Jets on top 4-1. Looking for a finals appearance in front. Deaver, shot, and then a rebound. He gets the shot off as well. Patrick makes the 2 saves and covers up. Jack Deaver with a pretty golden opportunity there.
Yeah, he kind of whiffed on the first one.
Yeah, he really did.
To him, and he was falling down.
And he did the best he could to get it on goal.
Right,
but it was that first one that he whiffed on that he had the really good chance.
Right.
I mean, really alone in the low slot.
Yeah. That was a great pass by Goodwin.
And a whistle.
They don't like something.
Yeah, the linesman didn't like something he saw. I guess it's Dorley and...
Is it Harder?
Yeah,
Harder going at it a little bit.
What a surprise.
Yeah.
Nice play by Dorley. And it's behind. It got behind Patrick, but it went wide of the goal.
Wide, yeah, boy. If it went forward, it was a goal.
Yeah.
I mean, if it went straight behind him.
Maddox will play it in on goal, and they're going to call this one offsides. And bring it out to center ice. It was a delayed offside.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
I don't think that Maddox was actually trying to put that on net, interestingly.
No.
Zimlich line comes out. Shots now 16-10 according to the scoreboard.
We're making a move, Joe. We're making a move.
Maddox across.
Which means we're 0 for 5.
Maddox.
Now
to Ibis. Ibis in front. He's got Zimlich and he fanned. Dolman might have. Dolman might have lifted his stick there at the last second.
Yeah, I think he might have.
In the meantime, Harder. And I think there has been a little bit of instruction by the coaching staff to not let that guy go.
Right.
As this one bounces in on goal, and Pedersen will leave it there.
Oops.
Makowitz almost overskated, but Maddox got it up ahead, and then Ibis ahead for Zimlich. Trying to work in. He'll leave it for Ibis. Ibis a slap shot. He got a lot of that one.
He sure did. A little
Although
wide,
I think it was going wide, and it did get blockered down by Patrick. Puck in the corner. Puck comes loose back in the net, and then I believe that was Hedquist who lost an edge. We've seen a lot of players do that. Of course, this is a tournament, so there's a lot of games that go on. The ice may not be in the best shape in the world.
Right.
Harder again trying to work in, pulls up. It was swept away from him, and comes loose near the point. Now they'll send it across. That was broken up by Maddox. Good play.
He's got
to play.
Oh, he missed it.
He fanned as he tried to pass it to Ibis.
He had Ibis.
It was late. I don't know what he could have done.
Okay.
Soma couldn't catch the pass, goes back to the net. He'll center one in front. And boy, Fitch didn't realize the puck was actually right near his feet.
Right.
Comes up the near side boards.
Okay, Makowitz, don't do anything here.
I'm not sure what Ibis would have been able to do had he gotten him with the pass because it was real late on the shift.
Right.
When the pass didn't come to him, he went right back off the ice.
Right.
Puck comes loose in front, and Albertson there for the Jets. And he'll pass it in the middle for Kaufman. Pokes it ahead, trying to get around Patrick. That would be Hayden Patrick, who takes him hard in the boards.
No call? Are you kidding me? That was like a head right in the board.
Briscoe keeps it in. And Hacker. And
got half the crowd not happy with the call and half the crowd okay with it.
Half the crowd was cheering it. What are you kidding?
Exactly.
Here's Harder with it.
Watch his body.
And from a sharp angle, a shot and saved by Pedersen. He will hang on. 3:55 to go, second period. Jets lead it 4-1.
You think that was a penalty? Yeah. All right.
Maybe. I don't know. It was gray. We'll put it that way. I didn't think it was an obvious penalty, but it wouldn't have bothered me if he'd called it.
Yeah.
But he did have the puck, and I don't know. Anyway, off the face-off, puck comes loose, and Albertson will play it to the sideboards. Loba ahead, trying to work in. He gets taken to the boards, but gets up. Patrick again, trying to throw his weight around. Zimlich comes to Ibis. He swings and misses, and it comes back the other way. It is sent in by Ector. Now it's centering pass in front. Frigge, it comes loose, and it was swept out of harm's way at the last second by Zimlich, who will just backhand it the length of the ice. And an icing call against the Jets. But that's fine.
Yeah.
Icings are just fine at this point. Up 4-1 with 3:22 left to go. In the second period. So English line will stay out there. Ector. Oh, and now Albertson comes off.
He was coming up anyways, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he's taking his helmet off when he gets there. I'm hoping it's
equipment. With equipment. Behind you, Maddox.
Maddox and Makowitz are out there on defense, if you're wondering. In the meantime, the puck back of the cage. Makowitz all over his man. Goes to the near side boards, back out to Dirk Schneider at the point.
Ooh. Okay. Well, Maddox get one there.
Hector was taken down by Maddox. Now Makowitz after for the loose puck. Harder and Makowitz come together. Puck still loose. Lobot trying to play it ahead. They force it forward and comes out to center ice. And now here's Makowitz taking it away. He'll work in. He's got Ibis with him. Makowitz the shot, and he goes off of Dirk Schneider and out of play. And we'll get a whistle on a face-off. 2:39 left to go in the second period. Jets and Metros have traded goals here in this period. And Kansas City leads at 4-1. So a pair of goals each by Zimlich and Albertson. Couple of power play goals by Hayden. And an even strength and a shorty for Zimlich. Off the face-off, trying to work ahead is Egdorf. He's double team knocked down, and it's played ahead. And here's Deaver trying to work in. A shot, and again, off a stick and out of play.
That's all right.
Well, hey, that's even better than the icing calls because we get offensive face-offs from that. At 2:23 left to go. Good one out there between Dorley and Deaver. Albertson and Briscoe. And off the face-off, puck in the dot, still there in the dot. Deaver plays it back. And a shot by Albertson, sticked aside by Patrick. And he put it, actually that was by Dorley.
Yeah.
And it was sticked aside by Patrick, out of play. We get another face-off. The only bad thing about this is the clock's not moving.
Right, yeah. But
Metros send out their big line.
Kind of resting time where I think Zimlich line might be out there again next shift.
Wouldn't be surprised, especially against the Fitch and Hedquist and Solma line. Puck off the side boards. Deaver knocks it down. Comes to Hedquist. And he'll skate behind his own net. Up off the side boards. Now in the middle. And Patrick will have to go back for it. Aiden Patrick plays out to center ice, but cross corner dump in by Briscoe.
No, he is going with wet rock line.
Penny. Now it comes loose, and Hedquist tries to work in. A little sweep check by Briscoe. Puck goes back to the net. Now to the near side corner, and Deaver picks it up. He played it out. Or excuse me, that was still Deaver. He's late on a shift.
Yeah, Dorley's out there too late on a shift.
Yeah, and he had his stick knocked away from him.
No.
And it comes loose. Whitrock backhand shot to save Patrick, and he hangs on.
Dorley was sweeping for the puck, and the two sticks hit each other. Yeah. Sioux City kid was stronger than Dorley was.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with it. It's just that's I just hate it when there's the assumption that if somebody lost a stick, there must have been a penalty involved.
Right. Yeah. That was no penalty.
Because we have seen that the other way.
Mackety Mac.
And that happened a few times with our defensemen.
A little bit caught him with his feet.
Yeah, it handcuffed him.
Oh boy.
Maddox will dump it in out of the net. Cameron Patrick couldn't stop it. Comes up the boards. Dolman tried to play it in the middle. Kaufman took it away.
Oh, elbow to the face. How did none of you guys see that?
A lot of our guys saw it.
Yeah, I think so.
1 minute remaining in the period.
I tell you what, Dane Kaufman gets really manhandled a lot in the varsity games, I've noticed. Sharp angle shot right on by Whitrock, and a save Patrick as we're down under a minute to go in the second period. 4-1 our score. Jets on top. Looking to buy a ticket to the finals for tomorrow against the Oakleys from Des Moines. Zimlich's line is out here for this last minute. Hayden Albertson keeps it in. Got it to Zimlich. And he plays it in front. Oh, down low. And Ibis couldn't get a stick on the bouncing
puck.
Lobot
went for a shot. And
Lobot took the shot.
Went right to Lobot.
To Ibis. Yeah. And it was a bit of a bouncing puck, or he would have had a tap in there.
Yeah.
30 seconds to go in the period. It's Egdorf over there. in the far corner, plays it behind the net and got past Lobaugh. And now Harder will lift it, and it's going to go down the ice. This should be icing, and they will call it with 15 seconds left to go in the second period. Shot 17-13 for Sioux City, according to the scoreboard anyway.
Hey, we come back, though.
We have. Simlich comes back, shot by Albertson. That was stopped in the defense as it turned out.
Icing again.
And it will cross the end red line icing call. Tell you what, that looked a lot like the one that he scored on.
Yeah.
On the power play, especially.
Just not the same amount of power on it.
No, but the way Patrick looked at it at first, he wasn't sure where it was. As it turned out, it actually was in the stuff of one of his defensemen. Yeah, that's why he lost it. But Simlich trying to work it. Albertson will play it off the sideboards. 3 seconds left. Shot Lobaugh, and it goes back in the net, and that's going to do it.
All right.
So the buzzer sounds, and once again, the Jets will go to the locker room with a 3-goal lead. This time, leading at 4-1 over the Metros. So each team getting a goal in that second period, and the Jets maintain their 3-goal lead. We'll take a break, come back with the intermission after this on Kansas City Jets Hockey.
Mom, are you gonna let her get away with that?
It's just a shopping cart.
So it's your shopping cart. What's wrong with you? You're chicken?
But
Mom, you're such a wimp.
What?
What's wrong with you? Stand up for yourself. Go over there and give her a good smack. Oh. Fight, 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 fight. She's a goon. Give her a taste of her own medicine.
Got a gun?
With those words, David Allen Crockett, a retired police officer who simply wanted to be left alone, finds his seclusion shattered by his friend therapist Ruby Lacoste. At Ruby's request, Crockett agrees to teach one of her clients, Rachel Moore, how to defend herself with a handgun. During the course of those lessons, Crockett and Rachel begin an intimate relationship. When Rachel is found dead from an apparent suicide, Crockett is devastated and tries to slink back into a self-imposed seclusion. But things get complicated when Crockett is contacted by Rachel's aunt, who believes the suicide was staged and claims she has the name of the murderer. Together, Crockett and Ruby begin an investigation that leads them into a world of treachery, deceit, and death. Fear of the Father, Call Me Crockett, the first book in the Crockett series by David R. Lewis. Available as an e-audiobook at Amazon and Audible.com.
Hi. Hey. This kid's potato sack doesn't look regulation to me.
Excuse me?
Well, it's got a wider base. I mean, that's totally unfair to my kid, right? I want to launch a protest. Well, look, it's 2 inches higher, and look at those hand grips. It's not regulation.
Regulation?
Look, you know what else? I want a urine sample from this kid. He looks a little beefy. You're going down, buddy.
Welcome back out here to the MidAmerican RecPlex in West Des Moines, Iowa. Joel Becker and Gary Scavone, Kansas City Jets Hockey. Jets leading the Metros 4-1 is our score here in the second period intermission as the Jets try to stamp their ticket to the finals tomorrow. It's scheduled for a noon game, by the way, if you're wondering. The consolation third place is a 7:45 a.m. game, so that's as much incentive as anything to make it to the finals. Each team ends up getting a goal in the second period. The Metros got theirs pretty early on. They started the period on the power play, and they would end up with the power play goal. But it was really another great individual effort by Harder, who basically goes coast to coast. And as you can see, he just weaves his way through everybody and eventually puts it off the body of Zach Pedersen and into the back of the net. And that got the Metros on the board 3-1. The Jets would get their own power play a little bit later on. about 3-4 minutes after that. And for the second time, Hayden Albertson would eventually finish one off as Lobaugh did a good job with the dump in from Maddox. Eventually gets it back, and Zimlich draws a couple of Metro players to him, as you can see, and then he decides to play it across, and it was just probably end up with a commercial after that, and then come back with the third period, which is just a little less than 10 minutes away. 4-1 our score. Jets on top. This is Kansas City Jets hockey.
Hello, I'm David R. Lewis. I'm glad you could join me for Theater of the Mind. In this Heartland memory from my childhood, we're going back in time to the good old days. I went to the grocery store yesterday. That's not big news. I'm no stranger to grocery stores, but on this occasion, I was transported back in time to Dave Brumfield's General Store in my hometown in the mid-1950s. Ah, yes, the good old days. Now, before we get all wound up about the social issues of the time, the myth of the good old days, and the rest of the claptrap, some things you had to bring your own basket for, milk in bottles with 6 inches of cream on top, Barlow pocket knives, diamond matches, whorehound candy, a name that cracked us up when we got a little older, kerosene at 15 cents a gallon, and once in a while, a channel catfish or two on ice. Salmon came in cans. A shrimp was somebody little, and nobody would have known what orange roughy was. Dave Brumfield had been wounded in World War I and was never in good health, so when word circulated that a new store was coming to town, he was grateful to retire. The rest of us didn't realize his retirement signaled the end of an era, but it did. You see, the new store was something called an IGA food liner. None of us knew what that was, but it sounded awesome. Food liner. It had to be something pretty. Prize was $300 silver. Near the end of the evening, the drawing was held. Minnie Parnell won a $20 gift certificate. Our next-door neighbors were awarded a brand new pressure cooker. Some other folks won some stuff, and then came the biggie. The MC reached into the big glass case and announced the winner. Frank White, my granddad. The $300 silver were in a mesh potato sack. And when the guy passed it down to my grandpa, the sack broke, scattering the tinkling coins throughout the crowded parking lot. For the next few minutes, a steady stream of people brought my grandfather money. When we got home, he counted it. 299 silver dollars. The next day, somebody stopped him on the street and gave him the last one. And that is 300 of the reasons they call it the good old days. At least that's how it seems to me. I'm David R. Lewis. Thanks for dropping by Theater of the Mind.
What are you doing?
Learning how to go see.
That's hide and seek? I found you in 2 seconds. Get out of there. If you want to win this game, you got to do a lot better than that. Right? Come on. Get in. Hustle. Now that's the way you play the game.
When Reuben Baylor joins Marshal Marion Daniels to investigate an incident of theft and murder, Rube is plunged into a world of dark deeds and black hearts. With the help of an abused and courageous young woman, Rube, Marion, and Marshal Adris Thibodeau head south of the Missouri line into the hills and hollows of northern Arkansas and take on an entire clan to see that justice is done. Suspicion of outsiders and hate for the government abounds, and the marshals are much farther from home
than the miles they've traveled. Payback Trail, part of the Trail series by David R. Lewis. Available as an ebook at Amazon.com, Smashwords, and iTunes, and as an e-audiobook at Audible.com.
Go get that donkey. Hey, you're going the wrong way. Come on. We got slaughtered at musical chairs. We practiced this at home a million times. We are losing. I can't believe I missed Pilates for this. Get your own ride home, Missy.
This could happen. It's really happening right now in other countries, but not here. Thanks to our founding fathers, we have the Constitution to protect our rights. With our First Amendment, the most important of them all, the freedom of speech, press, assembly, petition, and religion. Learn more on the U.S. Constitution at constitutingamerica.org.
Welcome back out to Able Ice Arena here at the MidAmerican RecPlex in West Des Moines. Joel Becker and Gary Scavone, Kansas City Jets hockey Jets. And Sioux City Metros, Kansas City trying to stamp their ticket to the finals tomorrow. 4-1 the score. As we're about ready to go for the third period of play. Both teams at 5 aside to start things off here in the third period. So if the Jets can hang on, they will take on the Oak Leafs from Des Moines on their home rink for the championship. It's scheduled for a noon start tomorrow. The third place game is at 7:45, so that's 7:45 a.m. So that's as good an incentive as any not to make it to the third place game. Zimlich out there with Loba and Ibis to start things off. Makowitz and Maddox, and Josh sends it up into the Sioux City end, and we're underway here in the third period. And this is Harder with the puck, trying to again go toward the net. And Maddox gets a stick on stick, and it goes up over the glass out of play. We'll get an early face-off. 18 seconds in. So I was telling everybody, Gary, that the best incentive, if for nothing else, to get to the championship finals is the third place games at 7:45 in the morning.
Oh, yeah, that's the best reason to get to it.
Don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Off the face-off, here's Ibis.
Got him.
And he's got in on goal, and a shot, and a save by Patrick. He had Loba with it. Then he played it off the side of the net, and it came into the crease, but Patrick did manage to get it covered before Loba.
Ibis is pointing the puck.
Well, they're talking. They're talking.
I think it was in. Let's see if they point.
I can't believe that. I was going to say, without anybody seeing it clearly, I would be really surprised if they would actually call it a goal.
Well, they've done it before.
So.
The net came off. That's the reason they called it off.
Okay. So apparently it did go in.
Right.
So we played 28 seconds of the period, and the Jets almost got one, which they did in the first period. Zimlich started things off. Ibis, long shot goes way off the mark, but Maddox over there on the left point kept it in, down low for Loba. Back out to Maddox. Maddox with a shot that was blocked. And he did a good job on a reverse check there, but they do pass it ahead, and Makowitz comes back to break it up. Up ahead for Zimlich. Rink wide pass looking for Ibis, who does a good job knocking it out. Left it for Zimlich in front. Loba shot. The puck's close. They score. Landon Loba eventually finishes it off. And a minute 3 seconds into this period.
Should be 34-8-13.
take a look at it here. Zimlich had passed it across. Great job by Ibis to knock that out of midair. Then a good pass back to Zimlich, who takes the shot. Loba put it on goal, and then the rebound eventually comes back to him, and he puts it in.
34-13-8?
Yeah. And the Jets lead it 5-1. Trying to return the favor from last year.
Yep.
On these Metros from Sioux City.
Kansas City scores a quick goal, 1:03 into the third period.
Don't know that at this point, I'm not sure we can even say there was a game that Patrick let 5 goals in for the Metros this season.
What's that, buddy?
I said, I'm not sure we will be able to find a game that Cameron Patrick allowed 5 goals.
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
There might have been one with 4. There was one.
There was with 4. Waterloo beat them 4-2 last weekend.
You'd have to look it up
on Saturday.
But again, and that was probably a meaningless game.
Oh no, they were fighting to go to the national bid they were fighting national bid with the Oak Leafs. So when they lost to Waterloo on Saturday 4-2, and Oak Leafs won, they had to beat the Oak Leafs Waterloo on Sunday, and they did.
So, Jets lead at 5-1, just underway here in the third period. Briscoe plays it off the side boards. Gets into the Metros end. Of course, the Jets now can certainly play in more of a defensive posture.
Right.
Long dump in. Boy, that was off of Patrick, and he left a rebound for a minute. Covers it up with Hacker heading toward the side of the goal. Shots are actually even now, 17 apiece.
Sioux City only gave up 56 goals in 32
games.
Right. So let me go look at their schedule real fast here.
Well, we know that because he played every game. So if his goals against was 1.4 or whatever it was.
They gave up 5 to the Oak Leafs, 5-3 in a loss the second week of the season.
Wow. Shot right on and save. Well, I guess I'm glad for Cameron because
he gave up 7 goals in a win against Dubuque.
So he gave up 4 a couple of times.
Well, 1-5, 1-4. Then he gave up 5-4 in a win against Omaha.
He must have had a few shutouts then, quite a few.
And then he gave up a 4-2 loss. So he only lost 2 games and he gave up 4 or more goals. Wow. And he won 2 games. So he's 2-2.
Well, like I said, if his goals against was, whatever it was, about 1.5.
Well, he had a lot of 1 goals.
That's what I'm saying. He must have had shutouts. Oh, it's in front. Big glove save by Pedersen on the shot by Fitch. That might have been going wide. I don't know. But either way.
He only had 4 shutouts.
Out.
But he gave up
4 out of 32 is not too bad.
1-goal games. 1, 2, 3, 4.
He is a senior, right?
5, 6, 7,
He's a junior?
8, 9, 10 1-goal games.
So he'll be back next year?
Yeah.
Wow.
Him and Pedersen will go at it again next year.
Interesting. So off the face-off puck in the corner. Solma over there. And it comes away. Loba was able to get it past Harder. And then now Zimlich will pick it up and play it off the boards and into the Sioux City end. Puck all the way back to Dirk Schneider in the far corner. He'll play it up the boards. It comes out, but dumped right back in by Maddox. Well, that's good, I guess, for him. What I was going to say before, if he was a senior, is that, and we've seen this. This has happened to the Jets. It's Harder. That looked offsides. But Harder tried to center one, but that was stopped by Pedersen, and he covers up on it.
One time it was 13-4 on shots. Now it's 18-18. But give Patrick the credit. He's only given up 1 goal and 1 goal in the last 14 shots.
Nobody scored since about the 11-minute mark, roughly, of the last period.
We just scored.
I'm saying that until then.
Right, yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
But anyway, what I was going to say, and this happened to us too, is that you hate for a goaltender have like his worst game of the season on what turns out to be the last, hurrah. Ibis works into the zone, top of the circle. He's waiting. He'll shoot. That was blocked to the defense. Briscoe there kept it.
It kind of reminds me of Ryan Raff.
That's what I was
a goalie
thinking.
I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Great goalie all year long and had his worst game in the tournament. But unfortunately, that was a first round. That was a 7-2 game that we lost in overtime and went home.
You don't lose 7-2 games in overtime.
No, I mean, excuse me. It was a 7-2 game.
Yes.
We were number 2.
Seven versus 2.
Yeah. No, it was 5. I think it was 6-5. He gave a 5-4. He gave up most goals in one game.
Yeah, by far.
By far, yeah.
He had a terrific season.
Yeah. And he was some games he was facing 50 shots a game.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have the best defense that year, but we had a good team. We scored a lot. But
boy, Goodwin played it right through the middle there.
Unfortunately, nothing.
Deaver tried to center it. Nobody there for the Jets. And Dorley kept it in. That was knocked down. They say not a high stick.
Yeah, I agree. Not a high stick.
Harder will ring it around and out to center ice, but Briscoe dumps it right back in.
I wonder if he'll give Kruger or Lee a shift here later in the game.
I was thinking about that.
He might give him one
at this
later.
point, they should.
He might give him one later.
12 minutes left to go in regulation time. Dorley on the sideboard.
I always tease him. It kind of reminds me of Tom Tilley when he was a sophomore. We brought him up to varsity, and he never seen the ice. And we were beating the Capitals 5-1 in the finals. I said, geez, I'm at least going to give him one shift, But then that one year against Waterloo, he brought a couple guys up, Stetzler, and Stetzler got a goal late in the third period. So you never know.
Of course, there was that one year with Logan and they were freshmen and played a regular shift during the playoffs, remember?
Yeah, Logan was. Yeah, he only played like 3 varsity games that year. We brought him to the tournament because we had a couple injuries and he played a lot, yeah.
He ended up playing a regular shift. Good job.
Yep.
Portents of things to come later for him.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
So 5-1 Jets, 11:26 to go here, third period.
Outshoot him now 19-18. What a great difference that was.
Yeah.
From 13 to 4.
Well, and you got to wonder about the Metros in terms of their morale at this point.
And you got to be a little down. I mean, like last year. I mean, especially when you got Patrick as your goalie, you're never thinking this is going to happen.
Oh, in front, Hackerish shot. And a good save by Patrick.
Yeah, you would never think that. Just like we wouldn't think it would happen to Pedersen, and we hope it doesn't. But yeah, you would never think that. Oh my God, he's given up 5 goals in the semifinals of the tournament.
Yeah,
but we've been dominating teams all year.
And moreover, that he would have given up 4 goals on the first 5 shots against him.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Although again, it wasn't like he was giving up soft goals here and there.
They were snipes.
2 power play goals, a shorty, and and every one of them. Both of Zimlich's goals came from the slot.
Yeah, Zim was right inside. Well, the one he was falling down and picked that corner. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, Lane Whitrock just got taken down.
Yep. Side of the goal.
Not even getting hit. It was my stick stronger than your stick, and you're going down.
We got a face-off inside the Sioux City end with 10:29 left to go. I wonder what the chances are we'll have internet for us for tomorrow.
I don't know. All depends if they have a 24/7
I've been trying to
IT department.
I've been trying to think of potential workarounds.
Yeah, well, if anybody can think of it, Joe, you can. You know why, Joe?
Why?
Because you're a professional.
Yes. In front.
It's through there.
Still
there it is.
Loose.
Oh.
And they continue to whack away at it, but never could get one really in on goal. Then one off of a defender, and Patrick had to be real alert there. Ibis plays it down low. Low ball after for it. Trying to give it to Zimlich. Zimlich is looking for a hat trick here. Plays it back to the point. Briscoe, then Ibis plays it back to the net.
I think he was trying to shoot his angle shot on a one-timer. That just didn't go.
Not an easy thing to do.
No, it's not.
So this is going to go off of a Jets player and out of play, so a neutralized face-off. With 9:55 left to go in regulation time, and the Jets on top 5-1. Zimlich plays it back. Albertson will dump it in. Make a quick defensive change. So interestingly, even at this point of the game, it looks like Emmer is pretty resolute in making sure he has the right matchup that he wants for his defensemen and their
there's
forwards.
a lot of time, and these guys are an explosive team. You don't want to give them anything.
Dolman trying to work in.
That's going to be a
they're
penalty.
calling that a penalty, but he went down before. That's just. He was literally going down before Maddox even swept the stick at it. That's pretty. Like I said, I don't usually do this to actually show up. Feels like he'd like to have his.
Well, you can still go with Briscoe.
He's got Albertson right now in Makowitz. 50 seconds to go in the man advantage. Harder with the puck for the Metros. He will work in, dump it into the corner, takes a hit from Ibis, who knocked him down. And then it goes off Hedquist, and it's knocked away by Zimlich. He'll try and work forward. Able to get it into the zone.
Where's the trip? Where's the trip?
He was knocked down. But no call. And once again, a good job by standing him up there at the line by Albertson and a long shot. I'm just curious to see if they call that a shot. Nope.
Yep.
Oh, no, they did.
Yep.
So, again, what's the difference
know.
between that one and the one they didn't call earlier?
Right.
Here's Harder with it. Walks toward the middle. Backhand pass. And then Fanning on the shot. Friggy, it comes loose in front. Shot goes wide off the end boards. And
what are they yelling about?
Well, a Jets player got knocked down.
Biggie, no call.
Well, it's good to see the Devers back out there after being injured. This is going to be an icing call against the Metros. 6:50 left to go in regulation time. It's Friggy.
Friggy, that's right.
Frigge. So at least for Cameron Patrick, this won't be. I mean, it'll be disappointing, obviously, but it's not going to be, the taste.
Not his last game as a goaltender.
Right. It's not the taste in your mouth that you have to live with for a while.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So. Well, they go to nationals too, so they won to bid the nationals, so you can make it all up there. They could we could beat them here, and they could become national champs. And guess what? They won't care about this.
I was just going to say that that happened to them before.
No, they won the league that year. They were Midwest champs.
Brent gains the red line. He will just dump it in.
6:01 to go, Joe.
Dirk Schneider with it.
No penalty. No penalties, Jets. That's it. Just rag the puck a little bit.
Whitrock over there trying to work in front. Backhand shot. That hit the side of the net. Then Hacker over there. It's played off and off of Maddox and out to center. Makowitz will just dump it in. Hacker trying to get in Harder's way. He'll play it ahead, and he gets by Makowitz and down in the Jets' end. And Maddox goes back for it. Brent up ahead, left wing pass, and Kaufman will dump it in and head to the bench for a change.
25-19 on shots, Joe.
Puck comes right past both Fitch and Solma and to the Jets who dump it in. Dirk Schneider will pick it up behind the net.
Well, let's see. If Lee and Kruger are going to get a shift, they're going to get it right here in the last 5 minutes.
The next time that Whitrock comes out, I would imagine. Nice play by Harder to get in around Lobob, and then he's taken to the boards by Ibis. It comes loose. Fitch's shot blocker saved by Pettersson. And then the rebound. And it comes out to center ice. Under 5 minutes to go. Shots are 25-20. Now for the Jets. Pass in the middle. That was cleared out of harm's way by Albertson. Now Fitch with it. He had it poked away. Comes loose. Somebody shoved. Yeah, it's going to call a cross check. It was actually a push.
Right.
So with 3:37 left to go, Metros will have another chance here on the power play.
Championship game's at 10, and we're scheduled for 12. So chances are we're not going to take the ice to 12.
Yeah, it is.
And being the championship game, I bet you they're not going to want us to take it before 12.
Right.
Because they want to, fans
they want to give everybody
listening to and everything.
Yeah.
Who they call? They called it on Deaver? Okay.
Yeah, Deaver.
We got to kill another penalty. What's our 6th penalty?
Something like
that. 6th or 7th penalty. We got to kill a lot of them, too. We don't want to do that tomorrow against the Oakleys, man. They got a hell of a power play.
Yep.
City's on a power play. Kansas City penalty 13-23. In the third period, number 11, Jack. Either 2 minutes. Cross-checking.
You'll be leaving.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
I'll be on the bench. taking it all in.
The fun thing is that we're used to that because it's happened a few times.
Yes, it is. I don't got to go under here the first year. First 2 years. We won it. Yeah, the first 2 years it was here, we won it. Remember, we won 3 years.
That many times?
Yeah, we won it the last year in Ames in the first 2 here. We won 3 in a row. This is the 3rd year here.
Right. It is, okay.
Fourth year.
Penalty over, by the way. Teams at 5 aside and a shot and a save by Pedersen with the glove, and he'll hang on.
4th year here.
It is. Yeah. Wow. Time flies.
We won it. Last year, Sioux City won it, and now we're here. We closed one barn and we opened the other.
Gotta like that.
Yeah.
Well, Whitrock's line is on, but Kaufman's out there with them.
Yeah, I thought maybe you might go with Lee
Hacker,
Lee and Krugel.
But not yet.
No, he's not going to now. That's all right. They're just glad to be on the part of the bench.
There you go. Kaufman ahead for Hacker. He'll gain the red line and dump it in off the end boards and
that came straight out.
Yeah. We get a whistle. What's the whistle for? There's a penalty. Is it on Sioux City?
Yeah.
A roughing call.
Patrick's going to get a roughing call here in the last minute.
That's always the danger when you're in this sort of a situation.
You know, Joe, I wasn't going to say this in the air, but I think I will. This kind of reminds me it might have been the first year here when Oakley's were the 2 seed and we were the 3 seed. Semifinal game. And we just dominated the game. I think we won 6-0, and this is how this feels like this one was. You know, besides that power play goal, we pretty much controlled this game.
Oh, yeah.
Even though we were outshot at one point, 13-5, and mainly because we scored 4 goals in 5 shots, so that helps. You know. What are they doing here?
They're trying to figure out who they want out on the ice for the power play. I think at first we thought we were getting the power
he's got PP2. We are getting the power play.
Yeah, no, I think he originally thought that we might be shorthanded.
Right, but he put PP2 out there instead of PP1, and that's where I think Briscoe got a little confused.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if he was PP1 or 2.
So Briscoe with it. It'd be kind of funny if he had scored.
Oh, yeah.
After not wanting to come on the ice.
It's kind of hard to say you're going to lose the game when you're at a power play and they can't pull the goalie at all.
Yeah.
All right, Joe. Congratulations to the Jets. I'm going to get ready to tweet it out, and we will see you tomorrow at noon for the championship game.
Yeah. Thank good we don't have to get up at 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Heck, I'd have had to been here at 6 in the morning.
Right.
The other thing that's nice about this being the last game of the day is I don't have to hurrying to break everything down.
Right.
45.7 seconds on the clock. Whitrock won the draw, but it got past Caldwell and all the way down the ice, and Briscoe will ring it around far side for Ibis. He just plays it back. And again, the Jets, they can just really do nothing here if they want to. They can just pass it back. There's 30 seconds left to go. They don't even have to go forward with it.
Some parts not so fun.
Caldwell up the near side boards, couldn't stop it, but Whitrock will get it in the middle for Dorley. He had it poked away. Then it comes near the side of the goal. Up the near side boards, Dorley runs into his man, and it comes loose to Ibis, and he'll go for a skate. That's going to do it. The buzzer sounds, and the Kansas City Jets, behind an impressive performance by Zach Pedersen, stopping 22 of 23 shots. They will go to the finals. Take on the Des Moines Oak Leafs tomorrow at noon. 5-1 is our final score here from the MidAmerican RecPlex. And a pair of goals each from Cam Zimlich and Hayden Albertson. Landon Lobaugh got the other one. And a pretty impressive victory overall for Kansas City.
Yeah, absolutely, Joe. I mean, just total complete opposite of last year where we were the number 1 seed and we beat them 3 out of 4 times. This year, they're the number 1 seed. They got us in the semifinals. This year, they were the number 1 seed. They beat us 3 out of 4 times during the year, but we got them when the game meant the most.
Yep. And so now it's the Oak Leafs, who we saw a month ago right here.
What the hell? Oh. Okay.
Well, that was my stick.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Wasn't your kid's stick, right?
Watch a 65 spikes that stick.
You're going to be talking to him. I hear you.
So.
All right.
Although I don't blame you for being jumpy, considering
I jumped
everything that's going on.
Thanks,
so
thanks, buddy.
In the meantime, it is the Jets and the Oakleys. Like I said, we saw them right here. It's kind of that you have a potential situation, just like with the Buccaneers a couple of years ago, playing on their home place for a.
And dried up all the rain, and the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you too, sweetheart. Hey, it's my girl. My daughter.
Love. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.